Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pass caught left side by Humphries. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Mayfield looks to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Jesse Bates. 2 yards on the pickup.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Following the interception, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And now it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Sanu. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Mayfield on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bills.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Falcons 7, Bills 0.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Stopped by Marcus Davenport. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Allen's pass. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
They're killing our field.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, Michel. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2nd and 12. On the ground, Michel. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. J.J. Watt that time able to do what he does best, and that's sack the quarterback.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Kickoff for Atlanta.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
30-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
9 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the Falcons' 32-yard line.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they'll get this down to the 10. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. This is McCaffrey. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Still more than a minute to go. So there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Baker Mayfield sacked. A fumble on the play.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? is for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough?
And look at this. It's a fake. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Now Gold for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 19-13 was the final score. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
A gain of 2.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
Allen's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 37. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's McCaffrey. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Bills' first down.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to look really, really well for the guys who threw it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality. Got to hang on to that lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Yeah, this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the light.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Bills to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the...
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Roughing the passer defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the break, aren't they?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 10 yards. And the Bills will move the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense is just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
It's a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff left, McCaffrey, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Bills on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Well, looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25 yards.
So out come the Falcons now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
52's the line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one complete on the slant route. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mayfield. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michel. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Down at the 26. A gain of 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down,
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Mayfield on 1st down, and the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done,
How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough.